All right, let's dive in. Ever thought about working at a university that truly values its people?
Sounds pretty ideal, right?
Well, that's Australian Catholic University, ACU, in a nutshell.
I've heard good things.
And get this, we've got the inside scoop from academicjobs.com.
Oh, the go-to for higher ed careers.
Exactly. They describe ACU as a distinguished institution renowned for its pursuit of academic excellence coupled with unwavering values.
Wow, that's quite a statement.
Right. It really captures what makes ACU special.
Definitely. ACU isn't just focused on hitting those academic milestones, though they certainly do.
Oh, they've got the reputation for sure.
But they're also deeply committed to this idea of nurturing the mind and engaging with the community.
I love that. So it's not all about, research papers and deadlines.
It's about so much more than that. It's about fostering a real sense of belonging, a community where everyone feels valued and supported.
Like a family.
Kind of. Imagine a workplace where collaboration isn't just a buzzword, it's actually how things get done.
That's refreshing.
And at ACU, you're not just an employee. You're part of a network of educators and researchers, all dedicated to making a difference.
Both inside and outside the classroom.
Exactly. It's pretty inspiring.
It really is. And speaking of making a difference, I'm seeing a lot about ACU's commitment to diversity and inclusivity.
Yeah.
How does that play out in their work culture?
It's woven into the fabric of the university. They have a really diverse student body.
Oh, I bet.
And that diversity is reflected in their faculty and staff as well.
That's great to hear.
But it's not just about having a mix of people. It's about creating an environment where everyone feels respected and empowered to contribute their unique perspectives.
I like that. It's about creating a genuine atmosphere of inclusivity.
Right. And speaking of making a difference, ACU is known for its research.
Cutting edge, from what I've heard.
Exactly, but it's not just research for the sake of research.
There's got to be a purpose, right?
Absolutely. ACU champions research that tackles real-world problems.
The kind of stuff that actually makes a difference in people's lives.
Exactly, and that's incredibly appealing to researchers who are passionate about making a positive impact.
Who wouldn't want their work to contribute to something meaningful?
It's definitely a draw.
It is. And ACU has some seriously impressive alumni.
Oh, yeah, some big names.
Tell me about them.
Well, there's Dr. Susan Alberti AC, a powerhouse in medical research and philanthropy, especially for women's health and diabetes.
Wow, what an impact.
Then you've got Professor Greg Craven AC, brilliant legal mind, shaped legal education and higher education policy in Australia.
Is a big deal.
And Dr. John Falson, a leading voice for social justice, tackling issues like poverty and inequality head on.
Amazing. Talk about role models.
They really embody ACU's values.
They do. It makes you wonder what you could achieve as part of that community.
The possibilities are endless.
And speaking of opportunities, I hear ACU offers a wide range of jobs, not just in academia.
That's right. You don't need a PhD to find your place at ACU.
So there's something for everyone.
Definitely. Academicjobs.com mentions opportunities in research, lecturing, administration, HR.
Wow, the variety is impressive.
If you resonate with their mission and values, there's likely a role for you.
Now, what about support and development? What does ACU offer its employees?
Well, they're really committed to helping their employees thrive.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And they understand professional development is key. They've got all sorts of resources, workshops, advancement opportunities in teaching, research, leadership.
So whether you want to enhance your skills, explore new areas, or move up the ladder, ACU has your back.
That's right. It's all about empowering their employees to reach their full potential.
Now, we can't talk about ACU without mentioning social justice and community engagement. How do they embody these values?
ACU has a long history of working with communities, both locally and globally.
They're really making a difference.
They have initiatives supporting refugees and asylum seekers, promoting indigenous rights, advocating for environmental sustainability.
Wow, they're walking the walk.
They are. It's one of the things that makes them such a sought-after workplace.
People want to work for an organization that aligns with their values.
Right. And ACU really offers that sense of purpose.
Absolutely. We've been getting all this fantastic info from academicjobs.com.
A great resource.
Definitely. What stands out most to you about ACU?
It's the combination of academic rigor and a deep commitment to social justice. It's not easy to find an institution that balances both so effectively.
You're right. It's refreshing to see a university that values both intellectual excellence and making a positive impact.
It creates a unique and fulfilling environment for everyone involved.
It sounds like ACU has a really special thing going on there.
Oh.
We've uncovered some incredible insights about ACU in this first part of our deep dive.
We've only just scratched the surface.
Stay tuned because we've got plenty more to explore.
There's so much more to discover about ACU.
We'll be right back.
Stay with us. Welcome back to our deep dive into Australian Catholic University. Hope you're ready for more.
You bet. We've already uncovered so much about ACU. It's really a standout.
It is. And one thing that really sets them apart is their dedication to employee growth.
I'm all about professional development.
And from what I've heard, ACU goes above and beyond. It's like they're invested in their employees' success just as much as their own.
Like really invested.
Really invested. What's fascinating is they don't just offer the standard workshops and training, they actually encourage employees to take ownership of their careers.
You mean like really chart their own course?
Exactly. Further education, new skills, even exploring different roles within the university.
Wow. That's not something you see every day.
No, it's pretty unique. ACU wants their employees to feel empowered,
Empowered to grow and really make a difference.
That's it. And it's not just about the individual either. This approach contributes to the whole university, makes it more dynamic, innovative.
I can see that. It must be motivating for employees, knowing that their employer really cares about their growth.
It definitely fosters a sense of loyalty.
Makes sense. Happy employees. Successful university. Now let's talk social justice. It's clearly a core part of ACU's mission.
It is. And what's impressive is that it's not just lip service.
They're actually putting in the work.
They are. It's embedded in everything they do. Their research, community outreach, everything.
So it's not just words.
Actions speak louder, right?
Hmm.
ACU is actively working towards a more just world.
Can you give us some examples?
Absolutely. Their Institute for Social Justice, for one, it's doing groundbreaking research, advocating for policy changes on all sorts of issues.
Like what kind of issues?
A whole range. They're tackling things head on.
Wow, that's inspiring.
It is. And they also focus on Indigenous education and reconciliation. They have programs, support services for Indigenous students.
They're acknowledging the past, working towards a more equitable future.
They are. And for potential employees who share these values, it's incredibly appealing.
I bet. Working at a place that aligns with your beliefs, it makes a difference, right?
Absolutely. Especially these days, finding that sense of purpose, it's not always easy.
No, it's not. It can be a real challenge. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. What about the practical stuff? Work-life balance, compensation, all that.
Oh, the important stuff. Well, ACU understands work-life balance. They offer flexible work arrangements.
Flexible hours, working from home, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Part-time work, telecommuting, flexible scheduling.
So they recognize that people have lives outside work.
They do. They're trying to create a supportive environment where employees feel valued not just for their work, but for their well-being.
That's great to hear. And how about compensation? Are they competitive?
They are. ACU offers competitive salaries and benefits.
On par with other universities.
Yes, they understand that to attract and retain top talent, you need to offer a good package.
It makes sense. But it seems like they go beyond just the paycheck.
Definitely. They're big on employee well-being. They have all sorts of health and wellness programs for both physical and mental health.
So they're really investing in their employees.
They are. It's not just about the money. It's about creating a culture where employees feel cared for.
Like they're part of a community.
Exactly. Now, going back to diversity and inclusion, it really seems to be more than just a policy at ACU.
Like it's baked into their DNA.
Yeah, it's part of who they are. They've created an environment where everyone feels welcome, no matter their background or beliefs.
How do they actually do that? What specific steps do they take?
Well, they have a diversity and inclusion team providing support and resources to everyone.
That's a good start. Shows they're serious about it.
And they have employee resource groups, the ACU Ally Network, the Indigenous Staff Network, things like that.
So employees can connect with others who share similar experiences.
Right. It's about creating a space for everyone to feel like they belong.
It sounds like they're really walking the walk.
They are. It's reflected in their hiring, their curriculum, their community outreach.
It's very impressive. ACU setting a great example for other universities.
I agree. They're showing what's possible when you prioritize diversity and inclusion.
This has been such an insightful conversation. We've covered so much ground. ACU's commitment to academic excellence, to social justice, their dedication to their employees.
It's been a pleasure exploring it all with you.
And for our listeners who are intrigued by ACU, don't forget about academicjobs.com.
A great resource for anyone looking for a higher ed career.
Absolutely. They have listings for ACU and tons of other universities, so whether you're starting out or looking for a change, check them out.
It's the perfect place to start your search.
Now, to wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to ask you, what stands out to you the most about ACU?
It's their sense of purpose. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. They're committed to social justice, to nurturing minds, to engaging with the community.
It's like they're offering a chance to make a real difference while also growing your career.
That's exactly it. ACU isn't just a workplace. It's a community of passionate people driven by a shared commitment to making the world a better place.
We'll be right back after a short break to wrap up our deep dive into ACU.
Welcome back to the deep dive. I'm still thinking about everything we've learned about ACU.
It's pretty impressive, right?
Yeah.
The more we dig in, the more I see what makes it such a special place.
It really is. We've covered their commitment to academic excellence, their research, their community engagement.
And their dedication to diversity and inclusion, it's all connected, it's part of their DNA.
It is. ACU is more than just a university. It's a community with a shared purpose. For anyone out there thinking about a career change.
Or maybe just starting out.
Exactly. What would you say to someone who's intrigued by ACU?
I'd say check it out. Go to the ACU careers page, see what they have.
And don't forget about academicjobs.com. They have listings for ACU and tons of other great universities.
It's the perfect place to start your search for a higher ed career.
So as we wrap up, one final question. If you could contribute to positive change through your work at a university, what kind of impact would you want to make?
Wow, that's a big question.
It is. Well, I think it starts with identifying your passions. What are you truly passionate about? What change do you want to see in the world?
And then finding a place where you can use your skills to make that happen.
Exactly. And at a place like ACU, with their values and their commitment to social justice, I think the possibilities are endless.
They really are.
Right.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Australian Catholic University. We hope you've enjoyed exploring ACU with us.
It's been a pleasure sharing these insights.
And remember, you can find your next university job at academicjobs.com. Top local and global universities post great opportunities there. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.